In this video, I will guide you through that how to register for Care Quality Commission. Now, what is Care Quality Commission? You usually see this when you go on gov.uk. In the skilled worker visa section, you must have seen where it says about the health care. So it says over here, if you are working for the healthcare, then your employer must be registered with the Care Quality Commission if you are working as a care worker or senior care worker. So check if your employer is registered with the Care Quality Commission. Now, this is the Care Quality Commission for England. For Scotland is different. I have created a separate video on that, and that explains you. Anyone working in any of these services, for example, care homes, hospitals, dentals, clinic, home care agencies. If you wanted to start this business, you need to be registered with the Care Quality Commission. They give you the rating. The rating, they have 4 different kind of outstanding goods require in improvement in educate. This is how they do. So let's suppose if we click on these 23. So this is where we can see the data as well. So this is the company. This is the care center, Geo Care Service Limited, overall in Educate. This is the address. And if we click full details, this is where they explains that what are the problems. We served 3 warning notices on 27th October 2025 for failing to meet regulation related and safe care and treatment of people, consent and governance at Geo Care Service Limited. So safe, effective, caring, responsive, well led. So this is how they provide you the full assessment and they give you the report as well. So in this video, we will learn how to register yourself as a Care Quality Commission. So for that, if we go on their website, then in the search section, just go down, click on guidance and regulations. Over here, you have these information: registration, regulation, assessment, enforcement, fees. Before I go forward, let me show you the fees. The fees for this is different in terms of if you are hospital, then it's different. If it's a small setup, then it's different. So let's suppose you are healthcare single line specialty. So number of locations, if you have only one location, then this is your fees. But this is not the only fees you have other fees as well. They have provided you the formula as well. So this is how they calculate so total cost divided by total turnover, and then you whatever you get, you pay the fees, multiply that by this number and you pay the fees payable. But they have provided you loads of other details as well. I'll put the file in the description so you can download and you can view, because everyone has different. Someone wanted to open care home, someone wanted to open the dentist or something like that. So that's why it's different. Let's start. What is registration? Any person who provides regulated activity in England must be registered with us, otherwise they commit an offense. If you are not registered and you're providing any of these activities, then you're committing an offense. Below we have answered the most common question. To be registered, an application must be made to us providing details about the applicant, the regulated activities applied for, and the places at which or from which it will provide services, etc. Registration will be granted only when applicants show fitness and compliance with relevant regulations. Later on, I will discuss this fitness part as well. When we register a person, we do so with condition. For example, the location at which regulated activity may be provided. So they usually visit, they check everything. Some providers must have registered manager as a condition of their registration. Now let's try to go one by one. Who needs to register? What is a provider? What is a regulated activity? What is a location? What are the conditions of registration? What is a registered manager? What is nominated individual? What is a statement of purpose? So who needs to register? You must register with us if you carry on one of the activities we regulate. The activities which we just discussed, any of those, they all come under them. You must be registered. You can find definition of each of these activities and more information to help you to decide. If we click on the scope of registration, this explains us that what and which activities we are talking about. So we click over here. This takes us to the guide. If we click on the guide, so this takes us to this guide, quick reference guide to regulated activities by serve type. I'll put this PDF file as well in the description so you can download and you can use it for yourself. This explains us what type of activities we are talking about. I hope you can see. I'll just zoom out. All these services which are mentioned on the left side, that explains that what we are talking about. Green ones are the highly likely, possible in many cases, and orange one possible in some cases. So they have provided these details over here. Second question is, what is a provider? There are three types of provider: individuals, partnership, organization. So when you apply for registration, it is important to understand which type of legal entity you are. So if you are an individual, so let's suppose you wanted to start your care home business. You should register as an individual if you will be carrying out on the regulated activities yourself, sometimes refers to as a sole individual or sole trader. Individual register in their own name and directly responsible carrying on regulated activities. Next one is partnership. So partnership is basically if you're working with someone who are along with you and they take the joint stuff. Then the third one, organizations like local authority, NHS trust, registered company for charity, limited liability partnership, other corporate bodies. So this is the definition for the provider. Next question is, what is regulated activity? When you are applying for registration with us, you need to determine which health and adult social care services we regulate you to carry on. So like the way we just discussed the activities, so you need to figure it out which activities you wanted to do. In all, there are 14 regulated activities. For more detailed explanation, the one which I just discussed, I'll put the link of this in the description. It's a file, PDF file, you can open and read it. The next question is, what is a location? Location may be where a regulated activity is being. So for example, a place where you have the dental surgery or care home organized or managed but the regulated activity is carried out elsewhere. For example, if you have a home care agency somewhere else or you're providing home care services, but you have the office, that office is the location. Now let's discuss the last part. What is registered manager? Some providers must have manager who is registered with us as a condition of the provider's registration. The Care Quality Commission Regulation 2009 set out circumstances in which you must have registered manager. For your registered manager, you must meet some specific requirements. If they wanted to work for them, then in that case the regulation requires us to impose a registered manager condition on the following types of the provider requiring to have one or more registered managers for regulated activities they carry on: a partnership, an organization, an individual who is not personally in day-to-day charge of carrying out regulated activities or is not fit to do so. According to them, you can appoint more than one person to manage regulated activity at the same location. Any provider who has a registered manager attached to their registration is in breach of that condition if they don't have a registered manager. This is an offense under S33 HSBCA unless the provider has reasonable excuse. Now let's discuss how to register. So you go back on the Care Quality Commission main page, click on guidance and regulation, then click on registration. On the right side, you have the options DBS check. But if you click on what is registration even, you can see on the right side how to register, apply as a new provider. Click on this link, then this will give you when to apply, before you apply. So before you apply, you get DBS for your main point of contact. This is usually takes around 14 days but can take longer. Next, decide who your registered manager will be. If you are registering as an organization or partnership or an individual and you are not responsible for day-to-day running of the regulated activity, prepare your supporting documents for the service you plan to provide. Make sure your premises are ready for a site visit if needed. This link, you go down, click over here, apply by form and email. If you click download new provider registration form, this is the registration form. That's how it looks like. If you click and open the Word file, you can edit and put all the details on it. The application form looks like this. You have the details where you apply application for registration of the new provider of regulated activities. You have the date, month, year. In the content section, to be completed by all applicant, financial information, the regulated activities you want to provide, the location you want to provide regulated activities, how you will provide your services, checklist, partnership only, supporting notes, application declaration, how to submit the application. So this is the file which I'll put in the description, which you can use, and you will come to know how to do all these things yourself. It's bit long, it's not easy, so I won't go in detail because you can see this, that how many pages we are talking about. We are talking about roughly over, if I'm not wrong, 72 pages. So 72 pages is quite a long lengthy application, but this is how you have to do it. So if you wanted to know more about this, just go on the guidance and regulation section on the CQC website. This is where you will get all the details. I have created loads of videos on my channel in which I have provided loads of details how you can apply visitor visa, benefits, etc, etc. All my content is from gov.uk. I'm not a solicitor, not a consultant. I'm just showing you what is publicly available. I'm using the open government license, which is available on gov.uk. You can use the content on gov.uk under the terms of open government license. So I'm just using and showing what gov.uk says, what are the details, and how you can do these things yourself if you read it yourself. If you have any question, put that in the comment section and I'll get back to you.